Great. So we are live, and welcome everyone. Welcome to our webinar from the series again of the subject webinars. And we sorry for a little delay, but hopefully all is fine for you, dear attendees. We'll talk today, as you know, about studying business and management in Germany. And as always, it's Georgi with you. Quickly to tell you the most important button for you for this afternoon is the Q&A button. It is just next to the chat. It is already open, will be open for the next 1 hour or so, and you can send in your questions using this Q&A button, and then we will get back to your questions either immediately in the written form, you will get the answers, or also you'll get the answers during our live Q&A session, which will start after all presentations are done. And today we'll have 3 presentations. As maybe you've seen that 4 presentations, but one of them will be rescheduled for the next. So we'll have 3 presenters today from 3 German universities talking about 3 programs. So here they are. So we have a guest from University of Applied Sciences Nürtingen-Geislingen. It's Katharina Günther, and she will talk about Master of Science level program in International Finance. Then we'll move to Berlin, to BBW University of Applied Sciences, and it's Professor Dr. René Brunaud, and he will talk about bachelor level program in business management and engineering. And then we'll close the show with Technical University of Applied Sciences Ingolstadt. We have Professor Dr. Tobias Albrecht, and he will talk about MBA Global Management. Masters of Science level program, Bachelor of Engineering and MBA. Very good combination. So let's move forward. Let me quickly introduce who is behind today's webinar. So we are my German university. English taught study programs. You're thinking about it in Germany. We are there. So over 2,700 degree programs, bachelor, master's level. And our main goal is to help international students to find their desirable and best fitting programs for them. We do it through 3 key ways. One of them is our study finder. We have lots of filters there, and you can find your program very easily through applying those filters. City filters, discipline filters, even application procedure filters, and so on and so forth. Of course, also tuition fee filters, etc. The second way of helping you is through writing up articles. We have more than 150 comprehensive articles regarding studying in Germany, various topics, of course. Bachelor, fees and costs, letter of motivation writing, even CV writing, APS certificate issue, which is very important for some students, obviously. Visa issues, blocked account, and so on and so forth. All articles are for free. I would strongly recommend to take a look whenever you have time. And also the webinars. We have approximately 150 webinars per year on different topics. It can be a general webinar when we are alone without guests, and we are talking about generally about studying in Germany, about scholarships in Germany, about visa, about Uni Assist, all these details we cover with you. And the best types of webinars are subject webinars where we are not alone, thankfully, and we have guests from German universities who are presenting their study programs. And it can be different subjects, of course, business management, global European studies, mathematics, physics, and so on and so forth. And you can register for the webinars for free, of course, and attend them definitely for free. My suggestion would be for you also to open an account on our webpage. By doing that, you will be able to unlock all of the options that we are able to offer you. So we are based in Hamburg, in northern Germany, but we are quite international, and that's why we are counseling in different languages. For those who are searching for business and management programs also in German, I would suggest you to check out 𝘱𝑢𝑙𝘊𝑘ompass as well. You might find some interesting programs there. But as I said, if you are more into English taught study programs than business and management, then my German university and our study finder should definitely be your stop. There you will find lots of programs which are even more taught fully in English, which means that you do not need any knowledge of German and at that point of time, but of course you will learn more, and it will be good to learn more German, definitely, if you are going to stay. Regarding the subjects, also we have subject pages about different subjects, about business and management and many others, so where you can find some generic information about the universities that are offering also offering studies in these disciplines, what are the tuition fee ranges, what are the requirements, general requirements that you should expect, and so on and so forth. So it's a very nice first step for you to create a bigger picture of what to expect when it comes to, for example, to studying business and management in Germany. Also, it's of utmost importance to take into account as many aspects as possible when you're searching for the right university and profile, not only rankings or fees or only city names, but even more. much more your personal interests, your personal background, your aspirations. Only then you'll be able to make the right choice. That would be our suggestion for you, not to rush and not to be guided by sole aspects. Also, I would like to also underline this, that in Germany, there are two key types of university. It's Universität type of university, or called university in English. And in German, it's another one is University of Applied Sciences. In German, it has some variations. For example, Hochschule or Fachhochschule are one of them. So the main difference is in focus. In general, when we are talking about Universität type of university, we are generally talking more about research and theory. And in case of University of Applied Sciences, we are more talking about application and practice. And last but not least, when you're searching for the programs on our study finder, in addition to the aspects that I mentioned before that you at least should take into account, also be flexible with wordings, and then you'll be able to, you make sure that you are aware of all the opportunities that Germany is able to offer you based on your interests, your background, again, your goals, and then you will, increase your chances actually quite nicely to make the right choice. And this is very important, of course, for your future career. All right, that was all from my side. And let me now move to Gnüttingen University, and it's Katharina Günther, and she will now introduce to you the study program in international finance, which is the Master of Science level program. Katharina, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just try to share my screen, start the presentation. Okay, I hope that you can see it. Oh, it was too fast.
Yes.
Yes, okay, so apologies for my coarse voice, maybe. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I hope you can hear me, and I'll try to keep it short. Thank you very much for this kind introduction. My name is Katharina. I'm the coordinator of the International Finance Master Program at the Gnüttingen University in Germany. And I'm going to give you just like an overview of the specific degree program. Before I start directly with the program, just some few points on the university itself and where we're rooted in, just for those who are not familiar with this particular region. As you can see on the map, we are in the southwest of Germany, in the state of Baden-Württemberg. We are basically in the middle of Germany and close reach to many European countries. So I think that's a really good plus for our university. We itself are quite small. University of Applied Sciences, founded in 1949, and we have around 5,000 students, around 300 international students coming to us each year. But we are part of so Nürtingen itself is also quite small, but we are part of the metropolitan region of Stuttgart, and Stuttgart is just 30 minutes away by train from us, and it's the capital of Baden-Württemberg. Throughout the years, the university has diversified its study options, and specifically with a focus on business and on sustainability, because southern Germany is a really important region for industry. And we have a lot of companies, global players and middle-sized companies who are in need for experts from different disciplines. Now, the program itself was established in 2004, and it consists of 3 semesters. So it's around 1.5 years, and we have 90 credits, or 90 European credits. You can study longer than 3 semesters. It was established as a full-time study program, but we recently had like different changes in rules, so it's now more flexible. So basically, you can finish in 3 semesters, but if you wish to, and you can finish up to 6 semesters. Sorry, so it's like around 3 years. As long as you finished within this time, you are good to go. We are also 100% in English. I do recommend learning German, obviously, just for your daily life. It's easier if you know German, but also later on, if you seek employment in Germany, it is easier for you. But in terms of just studying, you don't need to provide proof of your German proficiency, but rather proof of your English proficiency. That's important. We also start only once a year. Lectures start in October. And our study groups are usually quite small, so we only have 25 study places officially to offer, and the group is usually between 20 and 30 students. And I would say around 60% are international students as well. So yeah, it's the professors usually know your name, and if students want to, it can be really a tight-knit learning environment for everyone. Okay, then if we look at the everyday studies, how it actually looks like, because we are a University of Applied Sciences, we do have like a different approach than many others. Our main goal is basically to get you going. So we focus on practical and solution-oriented approach. So for instance, usually during lectures, students have their laptops with them and they are presented with topics or challenges from the current financial industry, and in the form of project or in the form of case studies, and then they have to solve these issues with their own financial models. And then this is kind of consolidated by learning the theory behind it. So on the one hand, students learn about the classics, about the complete financial markets, and on the other hand, they learn about insecurities, imperfect markets, and they should be able to work in a changing environment. So at the end of the day, when students finish this program, they should be able to work in top management positions if they wish to. And this is where problems don't present themselves as neatly as maybe in textbooks. So this is like the approach behind this program: active participation, attendance, and that you get going by developing your own solutions to specific problems. Now, the next two slides show you a more structured view of how the program is built up. Basically, the first two semesters are divided into, so each semester into 4 modules. Each module is sort of a unit, and each of these units is again divided into usually 2 or 3 lectures. So for instance, in the first semester, you'll have management accounting, you have bond analysis, but you also have soft skills such as intercultural and conflict management. And you'll also learn how to do like empirical research and how to write business studies, which is sort of prerequisite for your later writing your master thesis. The second semester is built up similarly. You have again 4 modules, 4 units, and each of them divided into lectures such as corporate finance on imperfect capital markets, predictive analytics, and financial engineering. I would say that around, depending on the semester, around 70% are taught by professors who work full-time, and the rest, around 30%, are taught by external lecturers, so who work outside in banks or in companies, and usually do like blocked lectures where they give you insight into their specific field of work. So these are the first 2 semesters, which are compulsory for everyone. And after this first year, students can basically individualize their study path. And generally, there are 2 options. Option 1 is you stay at the university and you write your master thesis with us. And option 2 is you go abroad. So as I said previously, around 60% of our students are international, and they usually tend to stay in Germany because it's already abroad for them. So they attend the module Innovation Financial Industry, which, as the name says, focuses on the transformations in the financial industry in general. And then they write their master thesis. For those who want to study abroad, you can either go just to a partner university. This is done in cooperation with our international office. Or you can also go on your own as a free mover, which basically means you search for a study degree separate from us. And we have students who, went to, I don't know, China and to United States, and they search for a program that fits their individual path. We also have a specific double degree options. The first one is with University of Pisa. It's with their economics department in the area of corporate finance. So it works the way that we have a specific contract, and the first year you stay with us, and the second year you switch to the University of Pisa. Or we also have a specific double degree with international management. This is an MBA at our university, just at a different faculty. The same way, first year you study with us, and the second year you switch over to international management. Now I have to emphasize it's limited, because we only have a limited amount of places to offer. So you do have to go through a process anyway to get admission. But if there are too many students interested in these options, then the process is more rigorous. But yes, this is a very good way of getting to know, and it's easier than studying abroad as a free mover because the route kind of goes through us. So yes, to summarize, the first year is compulsory for everyone. Everyone gets on the same path, and then you can choose to either stay with us or to go abroad for a longer period of studying. Now, if you think about job opportunities later on, there are, of course, especially in this region, the well-known global players such as Bosch or Mercedes. But we also have a lot of middle-sized companies in this region which focus on a particular market niche. And because of this niche, they have customers all around the world. And they're usually in need of graduates who have international experience and who also have like language skills. By the end of the day, it really depends on what kind of interest you have and what kind of background you bring with you, because it's like you've already had a bachelor as well. So career prospects, it's kind of depends largely on what you want to do later on. And the last point would be for application and admission. 1 second. So we start only once a year, as I said previously, in October. Our application starts from around mid-March until June 1st. Now, we used to go through Unisys, which is probably familiar, a lot of you, but we had a recent change. This year, we now have our own application portal. So basically, what you need to do is to register via this portal, which is called Selma, and you upload documents. And we would need previous degree in business law, economics or management, so in this kind of area. We would need proof of your English proficiency, at least on a B2 level, so conversational level. If you understand me and can like have a chat with me, you're good to go. And we would also need a declaration of study motivation. And you can improve up to 1 grade by writing your reasons for why you want to study with us. Now, really important, international students who didn't receive their degree in Germany, so outside of Germany, they would need to get it recognized by the Studienkolleg Konstanz. So what Unisys used to do for us, it's now done by Studienkolleg Konstanz. Konstanz is a city in South Germany, and they provide this service for applied universities in Baden-Württemberg. And although for us, application starts only from mid-March, so before that you can't register with us. If you're already finished with your degree and you're interested, you can already get this recognition at Studienkolleg Konstanz already now. And I would actually recommend, because it can take some time. But after that, you register with us, upload documents, and we try to get feedback within 3 weeks to all the students. We do have, last point maybe, we do have fees in Baden-Württemberg. 200 euros is administration fees, around 200 euros. It's for per semester for European and non-European students, and 1,500 tuition fees for international non-EU students as well. Okay, I think, yeah, that was it from me. Thank you for your attention. Sorry if my voice is a little bit not very clear. If you have any questions, you can visit our homepage, but you can always write to us to finance as well. And yeah, thank you very much. That would be all from me now.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Katarina. The email is in the chat and your voice was perfectly fine. We could hear everything clearly. No worries in this regard. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So let us move now to the capital, to Berlin, and we are moving to BBW, University of Applied Sciences. And Our guest, Professor René Bruno, he will now talk about bachelor level program in business management and engineering. Please, Professor, the floor is yours.
So, Georgie, I will start. That doesn't matter. We are at the same university. And okay. Do you see my presentation? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Daniela. I'm the head of international office of BBW University of Applied Sciences in Berlin. I will start very briefly about information more in general about the university, that you get an impression. And afterwards, I would like to give the word to our professor, and he will introduce to you the specific study course, Bachelor Management and Engineering. So the first question is, why Berlin? Yeah, Berlin is, in comparison to other cities in Germany, pretty affordable regarding costs of living. Although it's the costs are rising more and more, I know, but it's pretty affordable. We are a startup capital of Europe. You can feel it, you can see it, and you have, yeah, it's really nice. If you have any ideas, you just realize it. And Berlin is vibrant and green in addition. So, and of course, it's known for all the clubs, parks, cafes, and so on and so on. So in general, we would say it's worth it to live and to study here in Berlin. Just some facts about BBW. We offer 20 industry-oriented study programs, and because we are a University of Applied Sciences, as Georgie mentioned already, all study programs place a strong emphasis on industry-relevant practical trainings. And therefore, we cooperate with around 200 industry partners regarding internships and case studies and so on. In total, currently are enrolled around 1,000 students. It's not that much, but in comparison, we are in Berlin and Brandenburg, the region, we are one of the largest private universities. We offer 3 study departments, and we have 300 international students. So that means we have a really international atmosphere, and we know about all the concerns and needs. And really, really important for you is we are a private university, but we are state recognized. That means your degree is the same as in every other university. The pictures you can see, this is our university building. It's completely new. We moved this April in this year. And yeah, it's a brand new building. And we are located in the Germany's largest sciences and technology park in Adlershof. So we are surrounded by, honestly, more than 1,000 companies. So it's a good start, yeah, for a study, for example. Our study courses, these are the most famous ones for international students. These are 100% English language. The bachelor's program, this is the program we are talking about today, Business Management and Engineering. And the most popular master's programs are International Technology Transfer Management, Strategic Management and Logistics, and Management of Creative Industries. Just some information, we have 2 intakes, 1st of April and 1st of October, and the official application deadlines are mid of August and mid of February. But because we are a private university, we are really flexible. So if you challenge any, or if you face any challenges regarding visa, or doesn't matter, so just talk with us and we will find a solution. You will start your study always with a welcome week or orientation days, that you have a smoothly transition into the new environment. We have just on-campus courses, but online classes are always included. So just for your information, students from India, China, and Vietnam, from these countries, an APS certificate is required. And last but not least, just a short note, any age gap is welcome. So that means it doesn't matter how old you are, everybody is welcome. And sorry for this. This is what makes the BBW University so special. That means we are a private university, and that is what you can expect from. As mentioned already, we have a new and modern university building, and we have really small study groups. That means you learn highly effectively in small groups, and this is really intense. You will have a personal and close support. We offer free Microsoft 365, and we offer fixed semester planning. That means you don't have to care for anything. And later on, our professor will tell you a bit more about this. You will have a bright career prospect after graduation. We have our own job portal, and our enrolled students have an exclusive access to this job portal. This is used by our, the companies we cooperate with. We have our own startup center called Bush. So if you want to found your own startup, then you are welcome. And we have our own research institute, and this is then you will have a lot of research projects, for example. Our business, we have a strong network and a lot of business contacts. And last but not least, a quick and easy application process. And of course, we will support you in your visa application process. This is our approach. You don't have to decide between study or work, because we will combine it. And yeah, we combine work and study. And how does it look like? Just to give you an example, of course, you can work from the first semester onwards. For example, another study course has Monday, Fridays, and Saturday block scheduled. So that means you can work the rest of the days. You will have a practical phase in the 5th semester. And most of our master's or bachelor theses are business related. You can choose between selected modules, and you can choose either business German as a foreign language or technical German as a foreign language. And you will have study consulting projects. And this is just a part of our approach, study and work. And now we will come closer to this specific study course, Business Management and Engineering. For this bachelor's course, you will need a technical or at least a university entrance qualification. And we highly recommend to check this on the DAAD admission database for your country-specific requirements. And really important is because this study course is 100% English in English. So you will need good English language skills. So according to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, it's the level B2. You will. This is proved by all the official language institutions, and the certificate should not be older than 2 years. Yeah, and now I hand over to our professor, René Brunotter.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Wolf. I'm also catch a cold, so I hope my voice is fine. Maybe next slide, Mrs. Wolf. Yeah, so you can see me also here in live. I'm at the university, BBW University, since 2010. So and I'm the head of the industrial engineering department. Okay, next slide. Yeah, the most important question for you is maybe, why should I study this course, business management and engineering? So the answer is relatively simple. Nowadays, we need actually 2 types of employees. One is a specialist, with very detailed knowledge, and especially in technical areas. And on the other hand, we need this generalistic type, someone who has knowledge in many different areas. We need this generalist type, especially in a management position, because the right decision has to be made in short time normally. And our study course, therefore, is perfect for people who not only wants to focus on one area, such as engineering, but who also is interested in other fields like economics. And our course, we teach students the basic of business administration and also the basic of engineering technology. Another factor for a successful manager is communication and also the social skills. And we also teach these social skills during your study. Next slide. Another question, and Mrs. Wolf already mentioned some facts, is why should I study at a private university? Yeah, now here the advantages are very clear, and it was already mentioned that we have small classes. And I personally think the direct exchange with the student creates a very lively teaching atmosphere. In addition, different learning progress can be addressed individually. Yeah, you also saw on the slides before that we have many students from worldwide of different countries around the world, such Egypt, China, India, Estonia, Morocco, Nigeria, Thailand, Turkey, and many more countries. Another reason to study with us is that we also have German as a foreign language in our curriculum every semester, parallel to the subject content. So if you're looking for a job in Germany immediately after you graduated, you will have very good chances because to speak German is often a requirement for a job here in Germany. And also our career service actively supports you in your job search. To ensure the practical experience during your study, an internship is also part of the course. Here you have the opportunity to apply the skills you acquire during your studies directly in the company. In addition, an internship is also a good start to getting into a company, and later it is usually easier to find the right job. Okay, next slide. And also, our professors and lecturers usually have extensive professional experience and can therefore teach the topic content in a very practical manner. As already mentioned, group work or discussion on specific topic in these small study groups is very good for providing clear and practical teaching. Our professors and lecturers are also trained and experienced in using current new learning methods in class. So like, or for example, we are very project orientated. Next slide, please. Yeah, this slide shows very well how this course of study is made up of several different modules in order to cover this broad field, yeah, the economic and engineering field. The number of modules from economics are approximately the same as the number of modules for engineering areas. And as I already mentioned, the course is supplemented by a German module every semester, except the last one, because then you have to write the bachelor thesis. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, for me, as a head of this program, it's important that the modules build on each other. And this slide and also the next slide will just be a small example of this. In the module course, it's very technical, in the module course, CAD construction, linear axis is designed as a project, completely calculated and dimensioned. And yeah, this linear axis is also then created in a digital way in a CAD program. Yeah, we use the software Inventor to design that in a digital way. And also other topics in this module are, for example, aging tests and product liability, everything what you need when it comes to CAD and construction. But later in the next semester, and also on the next slide, thank you. In the later semester, we have this module which is called Technology Trends. And there we use this linear axis, what we designed in CAD, to display this in a virtual environment. Yeah, the students program everything what they need to do that by themselves, and then they can view their axis in a virtual environment by using a headset. And in order not only to see the axis virtually, also all important components of this axis, linear axis, are also 3D printed. With three of this printed linear axis, you can develop a new 3D printer by yourself, and this is also part of your model. So you see, it starts in one module, and in another we follow this project in the end, that we have, based on this linear axis, what we designed in the end, our own 3D printer developed by the students, and also programming to set this in a virtual environment is also a part of this course. Okay, next slide. Yeah, and finally, and probably the most important question from your side is, of course, what kind of job opportunities do I have after I graduate? Yeah, due to the very broad subject area, the job selection is also very large. Yeah, not all sectors or fields can be listed here. In general, however, you can see that graduates with economic knowledge and technical expertise are actually in great demand in almost every industrial field. I think that especially in the long term, the chances of working in a higher management position are also very good, as from my professional experience, a combination of engineering and business administration knowledge is very important in order to make the right decision, yeah, in this management position. So to have both knowledge from the economic and technical sides gives you, yeah, it's perfect for this to make the right decision. Yeah, now it's up to you to make the right decision. Yeah, we would be pleased to welcome you at the BBW University. So thank you.
And just some key facts at the end. So it's kind of summary. The study course, it's the name of the study course, Business Management and Engineering. It's the academic degree will be Bachelor of Engineering, and the section is Industrial Engineering. So it's a full-time study course, started in winter and summer semester. The duration is 7 semesters, and the ECTS points will be at the end 210. So that means you can continue your academic career, you can jump into the master course, whatever. It's located in Berlin, and it's 100% in English. So we will ask for an application fee for 250 euros for only for non-EU citizens. And the study fee in total is 24,780 euros. And right now we offer an early bird discount until end of December of 10% on the first study year. So the final amount would be 24,070 euros, 27 euros, sorry. And you can pay by installments. So we know about it's pretty tough to pay in advance the whole amount. So you can pay by installments, semester-wise or monthly. So yeah, we know about this. And right now we just want to say we highly recommend to book a taster lecture on our website, or use our personal individual student counseling, that you have a face-to-face talk with our experts or student service center. And we have our specific study course online info events, as you can see 3 times. Yeah, the next one is 13th of December. And maybe you are in Berlin or Germany, then you're more than welcome to join our Open Campus Day on 20th of January. And the contacts, of course, academic-wise or regarding the modules or more study course content, please feel free to contact our professor. And for more the admission process or documents, whatever, feel free to contact the international office, and you can see the email addresses, and you are more than welcome to ask all your questions. And for now, thanks for listening, and thanks in general.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Daniela, to you as well. Thank you very much, Professor Bonot. And great. Yeah, thank you. That was very informative. You can already get to the work of answering the questions if you would like to, because there are plenty of them. So great. Let us move now to our last speaker for today. And we are moving to Technische Hochschule Ingolstadt, and we have Professor Dr. Tobias Albrecht, and he will now talk about MBA program in global management. And you can see where also the university is located, quite in the south of Germany. So let me stop the screen share. Professor, please.
All right, so thank you. I just share my screen. All right. So welcome. So in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I just want to give you a short overview about our MBA program. So this is a classical general MBA program. So, but special in this program is that it is a part-time program. So that gives you the opportunity to study alongside your work. So you don't have to quit your work. So you can go further and work and have the opportunity to study. And this is a totally online taught course. So you don't have to move to Germany. And that is also something that is special and different from the other study programs we heard just before. So that is absolutely a part-time program. So some words about where is our University of Applied Sciences located. So THI, Technische Hochschule Ingolstadt, is located in the north of Munich. So it's in the southern part of Germany. So Munich is around 70 kilometers away from Ingolstadt. And we are really a highly industrialized region. So the headquarter of Audi is in Ingolstadt, and also a part of Airbus is also here located in Ingolstadt. So we are really automotive and aviation oriented region. And we also have a number of medium and medium-sized companies just working in different industries. So the job opportunities are really quite good. So at our campus, we have nearly 7,000 students. We have 6 faculties, more than 160 partner universities, and we are really a research strong university. So even if you want to start your academic career after your study program, you're absolutely invited. We have a lot of job opportunities, even in our university. So when it comes to our program, so I just want to mention you how the structure of our program is. So first of all, you see at the bottom some crediting or some semester 0. So it is possible that you, because we want to invite persons who have actually a work experience, and therefore it is possible to have some competences with your work, along with your work, and therefore you don't have to go through the courses about cross-cultural competences, practical skills, or personal and social skills, because we believe that people who have worked for more than 1 year, they still have it. And then we have classical 3-semester courses, and those courses really are at the evening or even on Saturdays. So that gives you the opportunity to work, and you will study in the evenings or even on Saturdays. So it is fully online taught, and everything will be also recorded. So you can really use that material to study really individually and very flexible. And as you can see, it is an absolutely classical structure. So at the first semester, we start with operational management and strategic management. So that is the entrance in that management course. And we start with international marketing and sales. And in the second one, we will talk about some finance and even some digital international negotiations. And we end up at the third semester with our international venture creation project. So that project is really great because that gives you the opportunity that you have to prepare your own business plan. So you have to prepare it and you have to present it for real venture capitalists. And they will invite you and you have to pitch against others. And you also have to present your business idea in a short elevator pitch. And in many cases, it's a lot of fun for all the attendees. And that is really a great project. And even everything what you have learned in the modules before, you can just implement in your project. And in many cases, it's really a lot of fun. And after that, in the 4th semester, you have the opportunity to write your master thesis. So maybe some other things are maybe also important. In some cases, we work also with some oral exams, and we use a lot of case studies. And you also have to work in groups, and even your presentation skills will be really, really important. And that is more or less our way to give you the knowledge that you can take over some management position when you have finished our courses. So I don't want to go to every detail in every module, so you can read it on your own. So it is really a classical program, and that covers more or less all relevant aspects in the management area. And after that, you're really welcome to a lot of employees, and that really, really helps you. And even in our region, so we are quite well known. So even for those one who really wants to move to Germany and start a job, so I guess our education is really well known to all the companies around Ingolstadt. And that is, I guess, more or less the most important thing for you. What are the job opportunities when you have finished that program? So because it is a general program, so there is no focus on a specific industry or on a specific technology or whatever. So you can use it in different positions. So, and it also depends on what have you done in your bachelor degree before. So sales and marketing, supply chain management, production planning, project management, or even consulting, everything is more or less possible. And there is no specific one. And also, we have also a strong startup community, not only in Ingolstadt, but also Munich, which is not that far away. And therefore, even for those one who really want to start their own business, they are highly welcome. And we have a lot of funds in Bavaria just to give you some funding to start your own business. And something this is also really important for you. What are the requirements to study in our program? So at least you should have a bachelor degree of 210 ECTS points. And even for those one who have only 180 ECTS points, we can transfer the missing 30 ECTS points by your work experience. But this will be assessed individually. So we will have a short overview with you, interview with you, and then we can decide, okay, we can transfer the missing 30 ECTS points. And you should have at least 1 year of relevant work experience. So it's not possible to switch from your bachelor study to our MBA program. So you must have at least 1 year of relevant work experience. So in a work experience which covers more or less what you have learned in your bachelor studies. And you should have at least an English level B2. So that is also the minimum requirement, because everything is taught completely in English. And how does it look like? So we have more or less 2 intakes in summer and winter term. And first one, summer term, is mid-March to more or less mid-July. And the winter term is starting in October till mid of February. And per module, you have 4 days of lectures, and they are fully online. And they are usually on Saturdays, around noon. And all the lectures will be also recorded. So you have the possibility to use that lectures later on, even if you cannot attend on that specific day. And there are some non-lecture periods just to plan your vacation or whatever. So lecture-free periods are between the semesters, so even in August and September. These are also some requirements, and I just want to point out, after you have done that program, you will receive more or less 90 credit points, and it is fully taught in English, and the average salary with an MBA in Germany is above 60,000 euros a year. So just to give you more or less a small hint what you can expect when you work in Germany after you have graduated. All right, so application deadline is also really important. So application is now starting in mid of November till mid of January for the next summer term. And our tuition fees are 9,900 euros plus a student service fee of actually 67 euro per semester. So it's pretty affordable, and you also have to take into account that it is possible to work along your study. And I would also like to point out some important slide, I guess, because for all the international students, you have to follow more or less that way, because you need to have a Uni Assist document. We work with Uni Assist, and after you have received it, you have to upload everything, your VPD document, at our own software, which we call Primus. And then we will go through your documents. And after that, it is possible that you get the admission. And actually, we are calculating with an intake of around 30 places. It really depends, but this is something you can expect. So the group is around 30 places. All right. So, and last but not least, really quick, even if you have some questions, feel free to contact us. So, for example, me, if you have some academic questions, you can easily write me an email, or you can also go through the program manager, through Melanie Schermer. She is also here in that discussion, and he is looking in the chat for all your questions. So please also feel free to contact her, and even if you have some questions regarding application process, or you need some help or whatever, so please feel free to contact her. All right, so thanks for listening, and hopefully we will see us in the next intake. So see you, bye-bye.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Professor, for your presentation, and thank you everyone who cleared the board, I guess, already. Many questions have, answered. Lots of questions asked. Thanks a lot also attendees. And let me now use this 10 minutes around time to ask some general questions that would be good to know for the wider audience. Let me start with this one. So this is the general question. So regarding there was one specific question regarding the English language knowledge, because you mentioned that about English, and this is a frequent question, but it's still important to ask because many students have completed their studies fully in English language. So their bachelor, for example, and then they want to reduce the bureaucracy and to skip an additional TOEFL, IELTS, or similar tests that you could accept. The question is, if the students have done so, do students qualify to get into your programs without any additional tests? Or also it depends in which country they did, for example, whether it was USA or Nigeria, for example. So what would you say? Let's start maybe with Ingolstadt.
All right. So in our program, if you have done your bachelor's degree fully in English, so we will accept it, and we will say, okay, that is absolutely perfect for us. So no problem for that. So you don't need any other certification or whatever.
Okay, clear. Thanks. Katarina, now maybe you could ask.
Yes, it would be the same. I just sometimes what I would recommend is some transcripts. It's written that it's completely in English, but if not, it's easier for us if you could get like a confirmation by the university that the medium of instruction was English. But yeah, if it was completely 100%, then we'll accept that as well.
Great, thanks. Daniela?
Yeah, same. We will accept this as well. And we check it. And if there is anything, then yeah, you can submit it a bit later if a certificate is required. But in general, we will accept this as well.
Okay, perfect. That's very good news because, dear attendees, back in the time when I also came to Germany, I also have this opportunity to not to go for additional tests because my studies were also complete in English. So that's really great. Thanks. Now, Daniela, as you already addressed this question, maybe once again, let me start with you, and then I will ask also the others regarding the, maybe this very specific question, and maybe you don't have the information yet or don't want to share it, but still, regarding the employment rate of the graduates, what would you say it is, and do most of them stay in Germany? If you have this information. Let's start with Daniela.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have the rate right now, to be honest, but yeah, I answered like it's 50-50. So because this is a interdisciplinary study course between management and business and engineering. So we prepare the students for the regional job market as well as for the global job market. And as the professor mentioned already, there are so many perspectives after graduation. So some stay in Germany, some leave, and so it's 50-50 actually. Yeah.
Okay, great. Good to know. Katarina, what would you say? Again, you don't have to have the exact answer, of course.
No, yeah, it's quite difficult anyway to say. It depends on, as I said, a lot of our students do get something straight away. If possible, we do recommend doing an internship if you haven't had any experience before, even in Germany. And as our studies are more flexible now, it's possible. We have a lot of students who are doing Werkstudent, so student work, and because we do have external lecturers and they are kind of interested in students as well. We also have like a community of alumni, and if they have something open, they send it to me and I provide it only to our students. If you have German language skills, it's easier later on because then you can also apply for those middle-sized companies or for, that's just easier. Otherwise, you first start with the big ones, but you have more options if you, some students just want to stay in the region. But if you're willing to stay, for instance, in Germany, your chances are larger. Yeah, but you have really good chances to get something straight away.
Great. And in case of Ingolstadt, Professor, maybe you.
So sorry for that. I can also give you not the exact number because of the following reason. That program is really new, so we don't have any data of the history. But maybe I can give you another number. So from our other study programs here at our university, and we have a lot of international programs, so most of them, more than 80% of our students still stay here in the region, and they will find a job even, but this is also something I like to point out. You need to have at least some language skills in German. So that really is helpful, even if a medium-sized company wants to hire you, but we also have some huge companies here around in Ingolstadt. Therefore, your English skills are really highly welcome. And even I just pointed out, so in that region where Airbus and all the other industries are, so English is quite the language in that company. So therefore, it is easy or easier to get a job.
Thank you for bringing that up, Professor. Actually, you perfectly fit it now into my next question that I wanted to ask. You pushed me towards this question now. So let me combine these two questions. One of the questions was generally for everyone. So what kind of German language level can I reach, for example, with your programs at the end? And maybe a bit of the fresh air for those who first start. So for example, what would you say, let's say students want to do a student assistantship, let's say, and then at that moment, at the beginning, they know English, but German is not that good yet. Will they be able to find some student assistance job with English only, and then of course later improve on their German? So this kind of a long question. Professor, let me start with you.
All right, so just to make it short, so it is still possible because in Ingolstadt, I guess 22% or something like that are international students. So that is always the same question. And our companies around Ingolstadt are really used to have some international students working there. And it is still possible. But when it comes to apply for a full-time job after they have graduated, so the minimum requirements is that you have at least something like A1 or A2, that you are able to speak a bit. And then during your job, you can improve. And we also offer some free language courses here at Ingolstadt. So you are absolutely welcome during your studies. You can use it. And we have also implemented it in our timetable. So it is possible for everybody during his studies to improve his German. So that is really helpful for these students.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Professor. Katharina, now what would you say?
So working as a student job, that's possible without German language skills. We also have for free during the semester, starting from A1. So even students who have no language experience with German can start there. And yeah, we regularly have students who have, for instance, just recently, what I told you before, that we have a double degree with PISA, and we also get Italian students from PISA, and they did an internship. They also didn't know any German, and one of them ended up in Porsche doing an internship, and the other one, I think, Mercedes as well. So you do get later on, if you want to find full-time employment, you can also get it, but German is just easier, just from like basic life, daily life experience. Everything is easier if you know German, but you can get working experience with just a limited amount of German for sure.
Great, thanks. And Daniela, your take?
Yeah, actually the same. So it's possible in Berlin because you have such a wide range of possibilities, of course. So it's possible to survive without any German word. But you have definitely more opportunities with that. So I totally agree. But I just want to add that the language courses, our language modules, are not level courses. So that is more, it leads more to professional vocabulary. So that means you have good chances to have this with your German knowledge to find jobs, but not A1 or 2 or whatever, because it's not a level course. It's more that you get professional vocabulary. And always we recommend to attend a language institution, and we recommend some in Berlin, of course.
Nice. Very good. And my short take first about Berlin. A couple of weeks ago, I got a question. Do people in Berlin speak German? Because I've heard it's very international. So this was a very, very funny question. And regarding student jobs, yeah. For example, based on my personal experience, I had around 4 or 5 even student assistantships with different organizations when I didn't know that much German. I'm not perfect in German yet, even, to be honest, but still, of course, you will improve a lot, as everyone mentioned during your life in Germany. So don't worry about in this regard. Now I want to ask you one question per each program, and let me start with Katharina, because that was an interesting question and your answer was also quite interesting. It's good to know for students also regarding this 180 ECTS bachelors. Katharina, for those who had 180 ECTS, the question was, can I make up for those missing 30 ECTS because the program, so that they collect 300? And please, could you repeat the answer about the opportunities that students have for that?
So that's done individually. We look at, you have to do it, so you have to get these 30 credits in it. But you can do that after you start studying with us. You don't need to have it before, and it's done individually. So for instance, if you have job experience prior to that, and in your bachelor, and the internship was not compulsory, we can look at that. We can do, you can do like extra courses from other programs. If you do a double degree, for instance, then you automatically have more. Or if you just say, I'll attend 3rd semester in Germany and I'll also go for 1 semester abroad. So it's done individually. And I think we can also do like a in-depth interview, like an examination where we can also give you like 30 credits. It's done individually, but there are different options depending on your personal background.
Mm-hmm.
And only after you started with us. You don't need to have it previously.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Now, Daniela, one question for you. I like this question a lot because it's a bachelor specific question, and yeah, many students ask this question. For example, Daniela, if the person, as you already very nicely suggested, to check on 𝘸𝘪𝘵 admissions database to check whether they can directly apply for the bachelor. So the student was asking, if I find out that I need still one year of Studienkolleg, but I've already had letter of admission from your side, for example, or something like that, will my letter of admission be active even when I go ahead and do this Studienkolleg in 1 year miss out on this program? Or what would you say in this regard? What would you suggest, for example, for those students who have to go through this additional recognition?
Yeah, in short words, to be honest, we have to reject without. You need a normal university entrance qualification, because we are a state recognized university, but private. So that means it doesn't matter if you study at a public big one university, you have the same requirements as in our university. So that means if you don't have the university entrance qualification, you need the Studienkolleg, and afterwards you have to reapply, because we need the complete application documents. Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, but yeah, it's good to know. Thank you very much, Daniela. And now for Ingolstadt, Melanie already addressed these questions, but just to voice them up again. So want to once again underline regarding the background requirement for MBA. It's very important to once again underline that, this point, who can apply with what bachelor background, and what would you say they should expect in terms of the class sizes when they get into the program, Professor?
So first, class sizes, I just pointed out, are something around 30 persons and students. So that is what you expect. And even the requirements is that you need to have at least 1 year work experience. That is really important. And even if you have 180 ECTS points in your previous bachelor degree, so because of your work experience, it is possible to transfer 30 extra ECTS points. But this is an individual assessment, so we need to talk to you, and after that we decide if it is possible.
Okay. And Professor, just a really short follow-up question regarding the work experience, because when we have MBAs, we often have this question also on the webinars. Does work experience have to be after bachelor studies, or during bachelor studies is also fine?
No, it must be after your bachelor studies. It must be a required work experience, not your student internships or whatever. Yeah. So you cannot rely on that.
Perfect, clear. Thanks a lot. All right, that was amazing. Thank you very much, dear guests, first of all, for your wonderful presentations as always, and perfectly answering all the questions that we had. Also, dear attendees, definitely, of course, without you, there will be no show. And thanks a lot for your questions, for your interest. Hopefully, everything will work out for you with at least one of our current presented programs. If you have further questions to one of them, you can feel that they are happy to help you, and they will help you if you get in touch with them. So please get in touch for any follow-up information if you'll have, and if you have general information, desire for general information regarding things like I saw some visa questions or some UniAssist questions if needed, or any other scholarship questions, please get in touch with us, and first read our articles, because there we spent some time also to make a deep dive there so that it's clear for you, everything is clear. So that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed, and I hope to see you on our future webinars as well. Take care and bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.